How does that happen?
Shredded by games media. They hated that game even though the players liked it. But even still then, I don't feel like the game got dogged on this hard. Going back, Helldivers 2, they went through their entire controversy. Games media didn't even want to touch it. They didn't even want to talk about it. They just brought it up slightly and then walked away from it. Just let the game.
I think that I'm going to come out with a conspiracy take here, but it seems like the way that people and games journalists cover Sony games is more biased. And I'm concerned that there could be some access journalism that's happening in the background that I'm not aware of. Because I've seen a lot of instances where different journalists and different people that are involved in games have had relationships and they've used words that are extremely soft on Sony products. And I just feel like, again, if there's enough points on a graph, you can't blame me for drawing a line. I'm not saying that there's something bad out there that's happening, but it sure seems kind of interesting.
Gamers be mad. And I think the reason why is because they just didn't see it from our perspective. They didn't care to see it from our perspective, which then brings me around to this idea that when it comes to a game like Black Myth Wukong, or even maybe
you guys bring up a good point about Stellar Blade. Stellar Blade is a point against what I'm saying. Yeah, no, that's a good point. It's important to keep that in mind. I'm not right about this 100% of the time, but it's enough for me to be concerned.
Like Space Marine 2, probably less so on that one. I think that there are some writers, some journalists that are out there that see that these games are being used in a culture war, that they are diametrically opposed to whatever the side of that culture war is, and they do not want to give them a win under any circumstances. And that does affect their review at the end of the day. They don't want to hand that over to them.